homebred, our stars, will lead the national anthem. Photographers. Thank you so much, Gaborone Philharmonic Voices. Let's all be seated, ladies and gentlemen. La babona choir ya lona le bone ba bantle ba tswa go sega Gaborone Philharmonic Voices. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for honoring tonight's invitation. Thank you, Tata, Tata, Tata. It's a beautiful day. Gaborone Philharmonic Voices comprises our young men and women, very young, out-of-school youth, even those that are working, they are part of that choir. They just got position 3 at the National Arts Festival competitions. Just a while ago, they got position 1 in South Africa, National Culture Festival there in South Africa. So we thank them because before you came here, they've been giving us beautiful music, Warona. Another round of applause for Gaborone Philharmonic Voices. It is my privilege and honor, ladies and gentlemen, to host this very august ceremony, being the Paris 2024 Team Botswana welcome event held here at the fairgrounds in Gaborone, and we are broadcasting live on different social media platforms that are sanctioned, and I'm sure that our national television is also showcasing, and even at later stages, we are going to marvel in the score of our athletes and this grand occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Benson Putero. I'm your MC for today. That is the love I was asking and waiting for. As a country, this is Botswana. Another round of applause. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I invite to the stage Miss Pinky Wilson to give us an opening prayer.
Dumelang Batswana bethu, protocol of set. Let's bow down our heads and pray. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for the gift of life. We thank you for this day that you have given to us to celebrate the victory, to celebrate our country on what it has done. We glorify your name, and you indicated that thou shalt ask and be given. We did ask when our athletes were leaving our country, and we have been given what we asked for. We thank you, Lord, and we ask you to give us more. In the mighty name of our Lord, we pray. Amen.
Do not judge a book by its cover. I was hoping that o tla re rapela le ka Setswana. Ke lebile gore ke re ga ntse re tla ra tsena re kgotswebe le lena. A ke re ka gore ke bone naledi nna hae ma ha ke re gongwe ebile o tla tloga re se go hala re go heta. But what a beautiful prayer. It's an inclusive prayer for those that do not understand Setswana sa rona. They've heard the prayer. The heavens have connected. Another round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, we move on. Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Botswana, Dr. Mokgweetsi Eric Masisi, and Me Neo Masisi Rale Dumedisa, Kapula Lekale Shalaba. Your Honor, the Vice President, Re Slamba Tsohwane, Le Mema Tsohwane, Loena Ro Dumedisa, Kapula Lekale Rato Lekale Shalaba. And ladies and gentlemen, allow me to halt it there and say, all our distinguished dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, le lona, a warm, a good evening, monate wa Setswana, le rato la Setswana, ka pula le shalaba. Thank you so much. You are welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's create the right razzmatazz and excitement and celebration for this particular event. We are celebrating our country. We are celebrating excellence. Without further ado, we shall now have welcome remarks by Honorable Minister of Youth, Gender, Sport and Culture, and also Member of Parliament for Mogoditshane, a young lion whose passion and excellence is seen by all and sundry. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a correction, but it's okay. You see how excited I am. Just hold it there, District Commissioner. You see how excited I am that you have a young minister and I want to bring him forth and maybe want to I'm sure he's also excited because it's also young people that have excelled and raised the flag of this country. Pardon me for that slip, but I think at this point I'm welcoming the introduction of guests by the District Commissioner, Miss Sebokwane Dikgope. Mo peleng le khofi ke mme.
Thank you, Director of Ceremonies. Your Excellencies, the President of the Republic of Botswana and the First Lady of the Republic of Botswana, Your Honor, the Vice President of the Republic of Botswana, Your Lordship, the Chief Justice, Honorable Minister of Youth, Gender, Sport and Culture, members of the sport fraternity, Paris 2024 Team Botswana and your families, members of the Fourth Estate, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I'm here to introduce dignitaries here present. And Batsadi Kisimullehelaka, His Excellency Dr. Mokgweetsi Eric Masisi, the President of the Republic of Botswana. gape batsadi. Yes, the President of this wonderful republic, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we also have Her Excellency Mrs. Nowe Jane Masisi, the First Lady of the Republic of Botswana. Maruna. Thank you so much. And in our midst, we have His Honor, Mr. Slamba Tsuhwane, the Vice President of the Republic of Botswana. Your Honor. And we have His Lordship Terence Ranwane, Chief Justice of the Republic of Botswana. And we also have Honorable Tumiso MacDonald Rakare, Minister of Youth, Gender, Sport and Culture, and other honorable ministers here present. Honorable Minister, thank you. And we have Her Ladyship, Ms. Tebogo, President of the Court of Appeal. And we have the Honorable Ditapelo Korapetse, Leader of Opposition. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And we have Honorable Tumisang Mangwehape Hili, Member of Parliament for Gaborone Central, and other honorable members of Parliament here present. Honorable MP, Haring Haruna Batsadi, we are honored. We have Tshepiso Gaborone Mudula Stilo Wantria de Kosi. And we also have Emma Piluit, let's say, the Permanent Secretary to the President. We also have Ms. Mako Mpelega Cynthia Abram, Attorney General of the Republic of Botswana. And we have Her Excellency Dr. Beatrice Antonia Manuel Moraes, Ambassador of the Republic of Angola to Botswana, and Dean of Diplomatic Corps, and other members of the Diplomatic Corps, as well as heads of international organizations. Thank you, ma'am. And we have His Worship, Udwetse Tautuna, Deputy Mayor of the City of Gaborone, and other councillors here present. The cleanest city in Botswana, we got position 1 yesterday. Kosironga. A big applause. Yes, thank you. Yeah, we are the capital city, the Diamond City. Thank you. We also appreciate the presence of senior government officials, heads of security agencies, and captains of industry. And in our midst, we have Mr. Marumo Murule, BNSC chairperson, and your team. Sir, thank you. And we have Mr. Tsepo Sitali, acting president, BNOC, and your team. Thank you so much. And we have Paris 2024 team Botswana and their families. May you kindly wave wherever you are seated. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you. We are here because of you. Thank you. And we have Ms. Oratile Marakakoro, Chief de Mission. And we also have Mr. Boitumelo Masilo, Team Captain. Thank you. And in our midst, we have sponsors, stakeholders, the entire sporting fraternity, members of the media, Lebadiragati. We appreciate your presence. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are very happy to have you today. Thank you so much. My name is Bokwane de Khupe, Purity, District Commissioner Gaborone. Thank you.
Well said. The introductions well executed. Another round of applause for District Commissioner. And once again, thank you so much, all our invited guests today, for gracing this occasion. At this point, as I said earlier in that slip, when you have a young person in your midst who is given a responsibility by an elder, and a young person takes these tasks and executes it with diligence and some serious delivery, with a lot of passion, we can't help but celebrate such a leadership. At this point, I'm very proud to welcome to the stage a young minister who attempted to bring AFCON here. Had we had AFCON, we would be celebrating throughout. But this is another celebration, and thank you, host minister. I'm going to welcome you to the stage to welcome everyone here tonight. Honorable Minister of Youth, Sport, Gender, and Culture, and also Member of Parliament for Mogoditshane, Honorable Tumiso MacDonald Rakharemo Penele Khofilele Shalaba Lelukola.
Kia leboga motsamaisa tiro. Your Excellency, Dr. Mokgweetsi Eric Kiabetswe Masisi, President of the Republic of Botswana, Your Excellency, Ms. Neo Jane Masisi, the First Lady of this Republic, Mahwatsi, Your Honor, Slamba Tsohwane, the Vice President of Botswana, Your Lordship, the Chief Justice, Terence Ranwani, the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, Remo Atludi, members of Team Botswana from the just ended Olympics, Paris, France 2024. Honorable ministers and assistant ministers here present, the leader of the opposition, Reditapelo Gorapetsi, Honorable Tumisa Mangapehili, Chair of the Youth, Gender, Sport, and Culture Committee, Ya Parlamente, Honorable Members of Parliament, here present, Permanent Secretary to the President, Memapelo Letsile Tebogo, Attorney General, Ms. Abraham, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Permanent Secretary in our Ministry, Mepo P. Bridget John, BNSC Chair, Remarumo Murule, Me Mamurule, Board, Yaronako BNSC, the CEO and the management, the BNOC Acting President, Oratile, and your board, your CEO and management, all permanent secretaries here present, captains of the industry, sport leaders, members of the Fourth Estate, Bomma, Leborra, Balaledi wa lotlhe, ke a le dumedisa, Kapula. Pula. Your Excellency, saying any of the phrases such as we are excited, we are thrilled, we are proud, and many other such phrases would indeed be understating how we feel right now as sport lovers. Pelo tsa rona di tshutshuma ka boitumelo jo bo seng kana ka sepe. I'm not sure if our athletes are aware that they literally had bagolo, bomme, borre, ko magaeng, bo nnananyana, bo monna rona across the country, CEOs of corporates, Botswana in the diaspora, friends of Botswana all over the world, and all of us from Ramokhebana to Ramatlabama, from Sikwani to Mamun, on our toes every time they took to the track and or the swimming pool. I'm not sure if these athletes know how proud they've made the rest of the African continent and many other people beyond Mother Africa. Well, Team B-Dub, we are glad that you are safely back home, including the swimmers who have reached their respective training bases, so that we can both celebrate and appreciate you tonight. A round of applause. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you all to this momentous occasion, one in which we celebrate our nation's greatest development and achievement in sport, and at the same time pay homage to our athletes, our heroes and heroines. We need to remind ourselves that our Olympic journey started some 44 years ago, when we sent 7 athletes, namely Lucien Josia, Joseph Ramotsabi, Langa Mudongo, Ishmael Mhaladi, Robert Shideka, Holekane Museu, and Wilfred Karing to represent us at the Moscow 1980 Olympic Games. While that first group of 7 was entirely made up of men from athletics, subsequently we have been able to send over 80 athletes across different codes to the Olympics. Thank you. The pioneering athletes set the stage for Botswana's future on the global sport arena. And for that, we must acknowledge and thank them heartily. Over the years, not only have we participated in every Summer Olympic Games since Moscow, our sport has grown in leaps and bounds, all thanks to the system that we have in Botswana that includes government ministries, the Botswana National Sport Commission, the Botswana National Olympic Committee, national sport associations, our volunteers, and the private sector. Director of Ceremonies, distinguished guests, our growth has been in many different folds, including but not limited to increasing the number of athletes representing Botswana at the Olympic Games, diversifying the sport we are represented in, and also having women form part of Team Botswana. Of course, most importantly, we have grown from mere participants to heavy hitters, punching above our weight. In the words of one Botswana's brightest stars in the music industry, Atlasaone Molemogi, aka ATI, Resanzi Letsile Tebogo. While in 1980, we had a few of our representatives either not finishing their events or not progressing past the preliminaries, in 2000, at the Sydney Games, we saw Mr. Dlodi Dube, my good brother, becoming the first Botswana to reach the finals, hotly followed by Amantle Monsu, who later became the first world champion ever from Botswana, in 2011 to be precise. Amantle Monsu, the first female Olympian, in 2012 reached the Olympics final, attaining position 4. Nigel Amos became the first Olympic medalist when he won a silver at the London 2012 Olympic Games, ending our 32-year drought. He achieved that feat at a tender age of 18. Of course, we had misfortunes at the Games in Rio in 2016, but struck again in Tokyo in 2021. This time, getting our first medal from a relay, a bronze medal that was. A round of applause. Your Excellency, just to put things into perspective, while in 38 years, from 1980 to 2018, we could only muster one Olympic medal and one senior world championship medal. In the 6 years of your presidency, we have been able to clinch 2 world championship and 3 Olympic medals. Thank you, sir, for your visionary and able leadership. And indeed, for your enduring support to sport in this country. Thank you to the entire government of Botswana. Thank you to the BNSC. Thank you to the BNOC. Thank you to the national federations, the coaches, and other support personnel. Thank you, private sector, especially companies like Botswana. Thank you, members of the press, and thank you, parents, for this would not have been achievable without you. We thank you, Baresu. Before I conclude, allow me to share the below facts. 1, the gold medal by our golden boy, schoolboy Tebogo, in Paris, is Botswana's first from the Olympic Games. Two, this was the first time Botswana clinched more than one medal from a single Olympic Games. 3, in athletics, at the Paris Olympic Games, Botswana ranked number 3 out of 54 African countries, only beaten by Kenya and Ethiopia. In the world, we ranked 14th of 206 countries. Our overall ranking is 54 out of 206, an improvement of 16 places when compared to our past best performance in 2012. And Botswana, with a population of approximately 2.5 million, beat many countries with populations running into hundreds of millions, including Nigeria with 223 million. Indeed, these feats indicate not only the upward trajectory that we have been striving to establish, but also our resolve, our determination, and commitment as a people. If ever we're starting to doubt our ability to secure 5 Olympic gold medals by the year 2028, now our resolve has been strengthened. We have 1 in the bag and 4 to go, and we'll get those 4 in 2028. We are really concerned about the dwindling number of female Olympians over the years. While we saw a slight increase between the 2004 and 2020 Olympic Games, the numbers have unfortunately gone down for the Paris Olympics. On the same note, the diversity of codes have also gone down, with only athletics and swimming participating this year. We therefore challenge everybody involved, myself included, to ensure that we attain gender balance in our teams and increase the number of coaches participating across all competitions. I further wish to thank the government of Botswana for recently approving our request of availing 55 million pula towards sport in schools. In fact, we are happy to announce that a number of public schools have just resumed sport, and many more are registering for the Letsile program. Hence, we are optimistic that a lot of more young people will enjoy the privilege of playing sport and enhance our chances of gender parity in the future. What happened Tuesday afternoon, Your Excellency, is a clear demonstration that sport unites the nation and profiles the country. Certainly nothing has ever demonstrated it the way Team Botswana from Paris did over the last 2 weeks, and indeed through what we saw when they arrived a few days back. Ra leboga Team Botswana. Finally, we thank BTO and their hospitality industry partners, as well as the Civil Aviation of Authority of Botswana, for sponsoring this welcome reception of our athletes. Bets, welcome once again. Thank you, thank you. Welcome once again. Let us celebrate the achievements of the legendary men and women who represented us ably in Paris and ensured our national anthem was played to a global audience and our flag hoisted highest on that historical night. What a moment in history. Le nna beso, ke a ikamogela to this event mo maitsiboeng a gompieno. Morago ga go omangwa ke batho ebile ba nkomanyetsa kwa godimo ga re amogela bagaka ba rona ko lebaleng legolo la rona la metshameko. Nna ka bonosi ga ke bone molato ope wa bone, go na le se ba se ngongoregelang ka tiro e ke e dirang le ba ke dirang le bone, mme ke amogela dingongora tsotlhe tsa bone, ke di amogela ka tsebe tsa me tsopedi. Dikgalo tsotlhe ke a di amogela, mme ke ikemiseditse gore mo nakonyaneng e khutshwane e setseng re tabogele papa gore re baakanye. Bagaetsho, ke a leboga.
Beautiful. If I was on a CNN panel or some channel of another country, I'm sure I'll be having some experts around, then we'll be dissecting the speech to say, how did he do? Oh, in that speech, we note this, we note that. Beautiful stuff. Thank you, Honorable Minister. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I'm happy that you speed up a lot of things amidst all the challenges. And I was also happy, and so were a lot of Botswana, when our president, His Excellency, the president, Dr. Mokgweetsi Eric Abetsumasis, oathed, not promised. There's a difference. He oathed to say, you know, come 2028, we are pouring resources so that we scoop more medals at the Olympics. What a beautiful time to be alive. What a beautiful time. This is Botswana. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, another champion, another star, a female international chart-busting genius material in the form of Mposibina. She's wonderful. We have a lot of firsts in our bags as a country. She's the first Botswana to become a voting member for the Grammy Recording Academy. For those, when you say this particular group has won the Grammys, she would have casted a ballot in the name of that winner. First for this country, Mposibina. She has performed here locally, she has performed internationally, and she is an award-winning Setswana soul artist. Not only does she have a beautiful golden voice, she's a sight to behold. Montle ka swa. Mo pele le go fija ka taba re diragale. Another round of applause. Aga kira Tebogo hera. Rawina di medal re iswi ka go thuba lebelo hera. Bontle le bone boteng. Le lona le bona kere. Ha re itsege ka bontle ba temane hela. Le bontle Ba bo khaitsedi ke boteng. Diponki di ponkana di metsi a monate ka Setswana. Mpho Sebina mo pelele go file le tona. Okay. The time has come to call our sponsors to present. Re utlwe gore ba re tshwaretseng, mone ba re tshwaretseng ba tla boa gape ba re solohetsa eng. You may be looking at a program, but I'm going to tweak my program because akere tautona we tla roa le tsamaela. Ya no ha ile gore no bone gore there are about 3 sponsors there who have to present. Ntse ba golo ba le tsamaela. I'm going to call the first one who is a surprise sponsor. Akere when there is excitement, when there's a national call and patriotism calls, now each and every single citizen, they come forth. In this country, how we say the Kongo skolo, utamaile ka marapo ko skolo, we say the tini ko skolo, utla tlhaloganya gore go tsholetsa flaga and patriotism king. Ke ka mo at this point, our commander of the BDF, Botswana Defense Force, Lieutenant General Placid Sehoko, has something also to say. Even our BDF felt something, to say, Lerona, we want to say, tanki, bashimano ba gaetsho, tanki, bokhaitsedi a rona. At this point, let me invite our first sponsor to present, Lieutenant General Placid Sehoko. Mo pelele kofi.
Ke a leboga motsamaisa tiro tautona ntse ke go tlotlele mme Matsile ke tlotle mothusa tautona ba tlotlegi ba botlhe ba leng hano go se soleng re bereka ka bonana bontsi ba sole ka nna ke banana ba ba nang le dikeletso tse dintsi tsa go dira tse banana ba di dirang. Mme ebile gape ko sesoleng go na le banana ba bantsi ba mo metshamekong re ka bua ka bolele ka ha sesole se tsereng karolo ka teng mo go direng tse honorable Rakhare ana bua ka ga tsone ga tsile ha re amogela yaanong ka jalo re bone go tshwanela le rona gore re ntshe lemmenyana tautona ga le kalo le le tla kgaogangwang ke l'Equipe Botswana ke madi a kanang ka 575,000 pula ke a leboga.
Okay, Botswana Defense Force, the payee details, Paris 2024 BW team, the date the 15th of August 2024. The amount, ladies and gentlemen, a whooping sepatlo sa sedika dike ka sesemana hake se bala 575,000 pula only. Another round of applause. Thank you, BDF. Our BDF, anywhere in this continent, when they're called for peace missions, whether it was Somalia, whether it was in the recent past in Lesotho or Cabo Delgado, Mozambique, whenever they pass the streets of that particular country or town or village, there's ululations. They are known for peace, law, order, and sanity. Openele khofi se sole sa rona ka tsela e ntseng jalo. Ladies and gentlemen, the second sponsor being Botswana, DBS, DTCB. I'm calling you to the stage for your presentations. We will start with Botswana. But if you come as a collective, it's still okay. But if you come singularly as Botswana, followed by DBS and DTCB, it is still fine. Give them a round of applause. Yes. Botswana. Let's have DTCB, that's Botswana, DBS, and DTCB.
Your Excellency, the President, Your Honor, the Vice President, the Chief Justice, Terence Ranwani, and all distinguished guests gathered here this evening. We, as Botswana Diamond Mining Company, have partnered with the De Beers Group, as well as Diamond Trading Company, to put forth what is a modest contribution, essentially to thank our athletes for the excellent work that they have done and for putting Botswana on the map. Thank you.
Wow. Jano. Kim Poetona is on DBS Group, Botswana, and DTCB. The amount kisidika DK 1,080,000 pula presented to the Olympics team. Le khofi le tona. Just two, 3, 4 more seconds, please. We want to take pictures. Yes. And thank you so much, DBS Group. Thank you, Botswana. Thank you, DTC. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Next. Rakhokolosa kere. Rakhokolosa. Yo ala telang ha ele hore ke ene a tla tlang ka sebele. A kwa buhela ka Setswana re utlwe gore ha itlhalosa ka Setswana re o chopisi o ramang. A bua Setswana re mo utlwela. Le dumalana le nna kere. A bua Setswana kere. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our next sponsor, Tshepiso.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. His Excellency, the President, Dr. Mokwetsi Eric Yabetsi Masisi, and our First Lady, May Jane Masisi. His Honor, the Vice President, Ray Slumber Sohani, all the ministers present here, all the members of parliament, the Chief Justice, the members of the Fourth Estate, the diplomatic corps, and Botswana at large, all protocol observed. Keladi Dumedisa Kapula. First, let me start by appreciating the opportunity by His Excellency, the President, has given us as Tshepiso to be present tonight at this momentous occasion, and I thank you for that. Tonight marks a historic time for us as a nation, and I'm glad that the company I lead is part of this amazing history. Sport is a part of our DNA as a country, hence why it is always imperative for us as Tshepiso to chip in wherever we can, big or small, to show support and gratitude to the discipline. Before 2024 Olympics commenced, we did declare some of these incentives. Okay. We were excited, and looking at Tebogo's record, we were very sure that you're going to excel, and we were preparing the checks from the day we declared the I had the luck or opportunity to give a 500,000 pula check to Nigel Amos when he won the silver medal. It was in the previous Olympics. And we could help the relay team last Olympics when they won the bronze medal as well. So the initial incentive was 1 million pula for the gold medal and 2,500 Tshepiso vouchers for 1 year for gold, 500,000 pula for the silver medalist, and 250,000 for the bronze medals. 25,000 pula for those who qualify for the finals. That was our package. But looking at the performance and the history we created in the Olympics, we thought it is appropriate to revise the package. Okay. we added Coach Chilume will walk away with 50,000 pula and 1,500 Tshepiso vouchers for 1 year. Coach Justice as well have the same thing, 50,000 pula and 1,500 pula for 1 year. Coach Kebinatshipi will take 200,000 pula and 2,500 pula voucher for 1 year. Tshepiso Masalela, our 800 meter qualifier, will get 50,000 pula and 2,500 pula voucher for 1 year. All 7 members of the relay team will each get 150,000 pula and 2,500 pula vouchers for 1 year. The gold medalist will get 50,000 pula for qualifying to the finals of the 100 meters. I still rate him as the fastest 6 people in the world. We are all excited, you know. To me, my brother, you are still the fastest in the world. No one can take that away from you because you lost by 1 by 5,000 of the milliseconds. So that's not a loss for us. Okay, I can proudly say that this is a man from Africa. This is the fastest, and we're going to be the fastest in the world very soon. 150,000 pula for your relay participation. 5,000 worth of groceries for 1 year. Then, for your gold, we're giving you 1 million pula. Your Excellency, this is not enough. So we are also a small company. We're trying to put things together. So we hope that this will add on to the encouragement of sports fraternity in the country. And I thank you all. Thank you very much. Pula.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, Choppies, our homegrown retail. Team Botswana, we are paying you 2,450,000 pula. Didika dikeze pedi tsa di pula le sepatlo. Le go file le ngo gape.
Thank you. These are the Pula amounts and the vouchers. We invited them to come to our offices so that all my colleagues can also meet them and encourage them. They will collect it tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, let me repeat for those who could not pick the accent. The accent from Struzendam. Money will report in the account tomorrow morning. A round of applause. And the vouchers, they also collected tomorrow morning, right? Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Choppies. Thank you so much. And you should check how they have employed our brothers and sisters across the country. Thank you, Choppies. Another round of applause. BDF did very well. Another sponsor in the form of Botswana, DBS, and DTCB. What we are because of them. We thank you as well. Choppies, we thank you. Another sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, Orange Botswana. They have a sterling record. And I've been told that there are some who are still talking. They're still talking. How much? Hey. We hike. Skara bona pay.
His Excellency, Mr. Masisi, the President of Botswana, Mrs. Neogen Masisi, the First Lady of Botswana, His Honor Slumber Togane, the Vice President of Botswana, Honorable Ministers, Members of Parliament, esteemed guests, all protocols observed, good evening. Two years ago in Botswana, we were launching 5G. Following the ambition of the country to be fully integrated into the fourth industrial revolution. 2 years ago, we signed with the young athlete, Mr. Letsile Tebogo, to be our brand ambassador. In May this year, we were preparing for the Olympics, and it was the road to Paris. And as Orange, we felt that our responsibility to the youth of this country, to the athlete, was to support them to prepare these Olympics. We committed to give support to every athlete that would be qualified for the Olympics. And we gave to the athletes, and we gave to the Botswana Olympic Committee to the tune of 2 million pula. And today, it is a source of incredible pride for this whole country to see this incredible team come back with gold and silver. This is not the victory of a few persons. It is the victory of our heroes. It is the victory of a people that supported them all throughout. It is a victory for all the government, for all the sports teams, sponsors that supported them all along. Everywhere we get feedback today from all across Africa, people are telling us Botswana is showing us the way and how to do it. I thank you again for the honor that is given to me to speak before this esteemed audience. And I will be very short in saying again that we will support all along the way till the next Olympics. And we are happy to say that in addition to the 2 million we gave previously, we are now giving 700,000. The medals and the records have just started. The best is yet to come.
The coffee. From Orange, Botswana to the Paris Olympic team, 700,000 pula. Dikete di le makgolo a supileng tsa dipula. Le coffee. Thank you so much, Orange, Botswana. 3 seconds for a picture. Ba itseng go letsa mogolo kwana go re ba ukwe. Ba ba itseng melody ya re ba ukwe. Yes! It's beautiful. We have a tradition in this country for those who tracked cattle or goats at the cattle post or komasimung at the lens, for a young man to learn how to blow the whistle using his mouth. There's a ritual that you have to undertake. While a beast, a cow, is sprinkling, for the lack of a better word, you run to that cow while the sprinkle is still hot and warm. Sprinkling, right? As a young man, you run to it and then you sip on the sprinkle of the cow. In that way, when you blow a whistle, it will come out harmoniously and it will pitch and it will project and it will be heard by other headmen the other side of the cattle post. Our ululation. Yes, please do it one more time. Yes. Wow, even our president. Thank you so much. Actually, not so long ago did our president beseech our sisters, our mothers, our aunts, our daughters, our nieces to master Mogolokwane and try to copyright, trademark, and patent it. Otherwise, someone will learn it across the Pacific Ocean and they'll bring it. You know what I'm talking about. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Botswana. It is beautiful. Let me close the sponsorships by calling our elders. You know, I look around the room, I see His Excellency as the Vice President, families, captains of the industry. To the left, I see cabinet ministers, I see members of parliament from across the divide. And at the coming together of a nation, this is Botswana. And on that note, talking about our legislators, they said, however much, even if it is small, but even in Afrikaans, big makmir, right? So at this point, our last sponsors, ma parliamenta rona ba ntshitse le mmenyana le bona gore bana ba rona ka tseleng tsenyalo Ramoatludi, the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, come and tell us. Baitika le bona gore nya ma re ntsheng go le go nya re tlhotlhore Parliament e se phatlaladiwa akere. A re tlhotlhore dipata nako e santse le teng. So I'll be inviting the Deputy Speaker, still conferring with the Leader of the House and His Honor, the Vice President. Repono Matludi, bota temo pele ne gofi.
Ra rona mototega raitso tautona le mma rona mmagwe atsi, Your Honor the Vice President, ra rona moatlhodi mogolo raitso Terence Ranwane, and all other justices here present, honorable cabinet ministers and honorable members of parliament, Your Excellencies, members of the diplomatic corps, PSP, plus all senior government officials here present, our dear and loving Olympians, gammogo le batsadi ba bone, our sponsors, lona lotlhe batsadi ba me, good evening. Some 2 days ago, mototege ra rona raitsho tautona re le ko stadiumong, o rile go re bate re phuthela ha le mae ya dikoko re te re leboge bana ba rona ka one, lentswe la motsadi la gelwa mosako, me re ne ra bona go tshwanela gore re tlamele lentswe la ga ra rona, me batotege ma parlamente ha ba bua ko parlamente nkwala bona ba swile ka ditshego yana ba ba ntha ba rera tshwara sengwenyane kisi o se ka tshwengwa. Am I out of order? O se ka tshoswa ke gore raitso ram o tata ka 4 million pula, o se ka tshoswa ke 4 million pula, o ye hela o agele le ho kola ga mototege raitso tautona mosako o ye ka mae ya dikoko. Jaanong batotege ma parlamente e tare ka Mantaga ba rome mothusa tona a bile le mo parlamente wa Kgalagadi North Maitso Talita Monakgota ba tabo batotege ma parlamente ba neetse mmemma Monakgota 63,000 pula. Or 63,000 pula yo, mmemma Monakgota a ithabola le gore ke sabe sa batotege ma parlamente otlhe. Mme batotege ma parlamente re eteletswe ke rangwana rona, re eteletswe ke ra rona motsa raitso tautona, ene o ntshitse 10,000 pula a le nosi. Yaanong ka Setswana batsadi ba me, gape le ga botsadi ja rona, le gonyana la modisa le tharapana ga ke le ganelwa ko kgotleng, ko ene maiteko a rona batsadi ba rona go lebogela bana ba rona.
Yako. Honorable Minister and your team and all the sponsors, thank you so much. A round of applause. VP, you have to show them that you are VP and pop 10,000. Thank you so much, all our legislators. This is leadership. God bless you all. At this point, le Hofi, ma parlamente. Let me mention that there are many other sponsors that we have not included in the program because our program is timed. Some have chosen to come a little later with a package after negotiating, but there's a number of them that have already pledged. So all those that we have not mentioned here, we also thank you, Le Khofi, Le Kalokalo, a round of applause. Thank you for supporting Banabaron. Let's now have remarks by Team Botswana Captain, Mr. Boitumelo Masilo. Le Khofi, le Mogolo Kwane, le Melody.
Dumela motsadi o bototegang mo ineng la morena wa rona Jesu Kriste. Ke hilwe tota le nako e go tla go leboga ke le team captain ke le captain ya lehatshe. Bagetso ha go motlhogo mme re kgonne re ba feng ka kutlwano le kopano le thotloetsano ke ha re kgonne ha le batho le utlwana le dira selo go nna motlhofu ya ka le re bona re le hayana ra phatsima ta utona re lo re tle go phatsima ra galalele ya ka le re bona me thata bogolo thata ke tlo go rotloetsa monana ko gae nnake le bone bo nkgonne go na le ba santseng ba taboga kana ba le dingwaga tse dintsi kana tse ditona me le iteke ke utlwile tautona re o nna batla go phadisanya le ba bangwe ko Rwanda go mo ke maiteko so a re rotloetseng bana ko gae mme bogolo thata ba bomme ha bayo ke ipotsa re hanga budua potso go terra ba tsanyana ba kae ke a go araba ke re mme le ga le se ka la impotsa bagolo le tla intshwarela re tla bankanya kana no a ke re ke mo protocolong go budua nna ga nyengo botsadi ke gore tota go ko France kwa go kgona ga rona aka ke buile ne ile tomagano le tirisanyo mmogo ke soloela gore hala utlwa sepe se se hatlhang se se botlhabetsi ka rona ke tlabe ke sa itse so re ne rile go lemela sentle mme le kgoroso a lona Batswana na intshusitse le gompieno ke a rona hela gore ke kgona go tsa stance kgoroso a rona ya lona mo gae botsadi e ne ile go godimo go supa gore rena le batsadi ba re eteletse pele ba re tlhokometse batho ba tabuka rona mo mahatshing a mangwe a nka nna ko la jaaka bo Kenya le bo Ethiopia ba re gore o tle kwano o tle go tabogela lehatshele go batla eng ke botsoe ke tla isang ko pele ba batla go tla ba gaetsho ka tshologelo e kalo ba re tota ba batla go tla with an immediate effect ha ke tsore ke tlo go ba ra ke re ebe ke batla go leboga my minister tota ke batla go mo leboga thata ka gore I've been in this team since 2013 a lot has been changed at tsena tota go bua ba mmaruri a pele ga modimo go tšhentšha ke ra dikatso ba ga etswa ka lentse le bona ke sola ke la ntlha re kopana ha dikatso di nna kana na ke itse le gore gate madi a reo a na le boziro ba le kae la o ka mpotse mme go mo ke maiteko ya la mantsi ebile go mo botsadi ha sa tlele motshameko ke tiro ke theogetse ya no aka re o ha morago a me a tla bua re tiro entse ko pele bua ele batsadi ba me me a go ilwa ele yana a re theogeleng a re rotloetseng batshamiki ba tle mabaleng gore re tle re kgone go henya maba o re setseng morago wa nnotagi le majalo a tletseng a kana-kana banana tla lebaleng re tla la amogela ka tsopedi di-coach di teng ga go duedisiwe ba gaetsho tla lebaleng le tle go taboga ka talente ya lona le tle le tshwane le nna le phatshimi ya ka ke phatshima ya gompieno kana nka le bolelela gore ko sekolong ke ne ke taboga ka lenao ne ke sa itse passport gore ga togotwae mme ka modimo le sengwe se e leng gore botsadi bwa me ga bo sempeile pele gompieno ke itse America ke itse the Bahamas ke itse Great Britain ke itse mahatshe otlhe a mongwe le mongwe wa ka eletsang go ya ko go one mme hela botsadi bo bo tlotlegang ke re kgatelelo ya me mo goreng a re rotloetseng bana ba tle metshamekong ga re ba rotloetsa re ba suteletsa go nna le ba tsaya nako e ntsi ko mabaleng ga tsena ngwana wa tipa wa robala ka moso wa sekolong wa training maduo ka ha sekolo mabelo go yo ko pele yaanong a re tswe mo mebileng bonna ke le bonkgonne re tle re dire se se tshwanetseng ka le kalo botsadi ke a le leboga a modimo lo keletse a rotlhe re tlhotlhomafadiwe a kalo botsadi bo bo tlotlegang
Wow, men in black. Look at that. Look at that.
bagolo ba re ba kopa go bona gore tota kgaitse ke tlhotseng ke e rweleng ba ba tswang go gang ke tse ba re ke potomente le kasi
Wow. Wow. Gouta le serefera. Ga se maloba re re ga ke na gouta le serefera empa ke honela moya wa ka re tla ba neela moya wa rona the spirit of Botswana, so that they can wish to run for this country when they are in the Horn of Africa and elsewhere. This is Botswana. Le khofile le tona thata. They walk with the spring and discipline of a military man. Men in black. Another round of applause for Captain Tebogo, Letsile. Great speech, beautiful delivery, talking about His Excellency and fitness. And His Excellency is not the only one. Raya Rona Ramasisi is not the only one. You're fit. Marona Meneo Masisi, she's also fit. Just yesterday, she rode bicycle, Peretitwana, Achoba, Aiswata, 25 kilometers. Actually, it's one of the shortest distances she undertakes. Now, Buledisa, about the AM 620 cyclists who are embarking on a 620-kilometer cycling journey in just under 3 days. You see, it's sports. We are talking sports, we are talking fitness, and you buttressed it by saying, Akiri, Rebuwe, Le Hofi, Kumunat. Make you coupe, Chief Dimisione, the first ever lady in this country. We have a bag of firsts, a portmanteau of firsts. She's the first ever Chief Dimisione to give the remarks, Me Oreditse Maraka Khomo. While she does that, Maraka Khoro. You see, the problem is eat some more. Radio Botswana was playing, eat some more brothers, some more sisters. So I'm supposed to say maraka khoro, I'm saying maraka khom. You see, eat some more. Those who understand, they know what I'm talking about. While you stand and give the remarks, ready the flag. While you usher Rarona, the flag should be ready. Because on call, Motsadi wa rona, Tautona Mototlegi, Habedi, Otabelu wena by the time Umonela flag, Katsilenti Yalo. Miakata Boadira Yalo, Batsadi Botle, Borotle Bere, Makadinao, Lekaserodumo Sesetona, Isimeholo Kwanehela, Limilodiele, Yametia Kibuanka ona Tsapoha. Le Hofil Mokolokwane.
I don't even know where to start. Modimo o kgona go shock. So if ke ka tola protocol, I'm still shivering. Bible ya re, I will bless you as you come in, and I'll bless you as you go out. We are blessed when you go into the Olympics, and we brought home the Olympic glory. And as we left the Olympic village, the blessings are here. Your Excellency, Mokgweetsi Eric Kabetso Masisi, le marona me Nowe Masisi. His Honor, the Vice President, Botswana. Let me say protocol has been observed, and allow me to appreciate the host minister, Honorable Rakhare, among the guests here. Let me take this time to give thanks and appreciation to the government of Botswana and the Botswana National Olympic Committee for having given me the opportunity to lead Team Botswana at the 2024 edition of the Olympic Games. It was such an honor. It was such an honor and a privilege to be custodian of the national anthem and the flag, and most importantly, the human capital. I remember in 2023, I traveled to France to sign on behalf of the government to confirm the colors of our national flag. And they also gave me the national anthem to listen to it and sign on behalf of the president. Your Excellency, let me take you through our journey to the Olympic Games. We traveled to France for the pre-Games training camp in Montauban. It's a quiet place full of loving people where we had our quality time with our athletes. We enjoyed our time there and connected together as a team to build a solid team. Before we checked into the Olympic Games village on the 28th of August, we had stayed in Montauban for 2 weeks. Let me hasten to underscore that the team was well taken care of by the wonderful host at Montauban and within the Olympic village with good amenities and our well-equipped entourage that we were with. The medical team that is led by Dr. Tawana, our psychologist, stroke welfare officer, stroke safeguarding officer, Dr. Tlhabano. Our team administrators, my GTM, the admin officer, the media attaché, and the rest of the team, we worked together in synergy to necessitate that the great success of our athletes as we witness it today. The team made history, shining brightly on the Olympic stage and bringing a treasure of medals that will be celebrated for years to come. We have our first ever Olympic gold medal and subsequently a new African record in 200 meters through Letsile Tebogo, and a well-drilled quartet of our 4x400 meter relay, who also made us super proud by getting us a silver medal and breaking the Olympic record whilst at it. All the 400 meters runners reached the semi-finals, with Collen Kebinatshipi doing his personal best. Tshepiso Masalela also making into the 800 meters finals, while Kethobogile Haingura cruised to the 800 meters semi-finals. The rest of the team, Ntweng for 400 meters Huddles, Oratile, Nowe, and Tumo, Nkape did not make it to the finals, but nonetheless, we celebrate their greatness, we celebrate their achievements. The two swimmers, Maxine and Adrian, who are not here because of academic commitment, we appreciate their efforts as they came third on their heats, and they were going for the Olympics for the first time. We also appreciate them in absentia. Your Excellency, I went with a team full of courage, determination, resilience to compete among the best in the world. A round of applause for the team. We have had activities of team building to teach our athletes about anti-doping, competition manipulation. That is why we branded Botswana so well, because we were empowered with the right knowledge. But behind every one of these victories was the strong, unwavering support of leadership. My name was called as the chef de mission, but there were other leaders within the team. Hence, we're working together for a common vision, one goal, one team, one Botswana. The coaches, the team management, and of course, Botswana, we are super grateful for your words of encouragement to the entire team and the inspiring support we witnessed on our arrival. Hey, you nearly killed us. Your Excellency, we were told you're going to meet the president at the airport, then you'll just take a round at the stadium, then you go to your hotel. But when you got there, whew, Rabana Hore, Modimo has honored us. Botswana has honored us. And as we were moving on that motorcade, these athletes were saying, ma'am, these people love us so much. And today I'm standing here on behalf of the entire team to say, we are loving you back because you have honored us. It was a beautiful sight to behold. I would, however, like to implore others to follow suit and use ways which are building, uplifting, and inspiring to our athletes, because the last thing they need to get from supporters is negativity. We need to uphold the spirit of Olympism and Olympic values. The secret behind this team achievement is because I'm the champion of the Olympic values, and we had to learn the values during our training camp. So that is why the entire team was together, knitted together, and working together for a common goal. Above everything else, Your Excellency, we are bringing home good lessons from the games. The spirit of Olympism, which includes unity, tolerance, acceptance, respect, inclusion, love, safe space. This concept should now take dominance and reign in our beautiful Botswana. Now to the athletes and the entire team Botswana that I love so dearly. Let me thank you for having been true ambassadors of this country. You have beautifully sold your country to the world as you lived the values, the Olympic values, in and out of the playing fields. Let's keep pushing the needle of growth to prepare for LA 2028. The Bible says your gifts and talents will bring you before great people and kings. We are here today because your talents has brought us here. Let's nurture the talents, let's take care of ourselves, and let's prepare for LA 2028. You were the most vibrant team at the Games, the dancing machines of Paris 2024. And you shall forever be remembered, for your footprints are left in Europe. So I want to thank BNOC, BNSC, national federations, and everyone who contributed to this beautiful celebration today. It's not about me, it's not about us, it's about the nation, it's about the continent, it's about the world. Now Botswana is known. When Letsile got his medal, the media Tachi can attest to this, I cried so that I was given opportunity to go inside just a bit so that I can see him. God, I fainted on those stands. And then he said, Chef, what happened? Chef, what happened? I was flat because I was so excited that God has honored Letsile. And Your Excellencies and Raruna Motuteri, I've signed on your behalf that these athletes will not sell these medals. The medals have a code attached to Letsile's medal, the code attached to IOC to track the medal. So don't buy it because it's going to be taken away from you. So as I come to conclusion, Your Excellency, as I return this flag, let me once again thank the leadership of this nation for the vote of confidence they had in me to represent the blue, black and white with pride. I remain grateful and humbled as the Olympic glory is back home. When Honorable Minister Akhare gave me the flag to Paris, I promised him that God will go before us, He will go after us, He will be on our side, and the Olympic glory will come back home. I believe he is super excited, super proud, and he can trust us that we have delivered, and we can still deliver even more. Not that I want to go back, but we can deliver again. So thank you so much for everyone who supported this journey. My appointment started in 2022. It was not an easy journey. But today I'm standing here. I never knew I can stand before the president and give a speech before him. So, Modimo wa nthata ba gaetsho. Thank you, BNOC, BNSC, and federations for your support. I am with my team what we are because we supported us through thick and thin. Bagaetsho ga re lobe sepe tautona re ne re itshwere ka matsatsele ko a mantle. Baka la ha di report ba mahatshamo ga ka bana ba ba kopa boagediana. We represent so well, PS, we represented you so well, and we are proud that we led a team of grounded and level-headed athletes with professionals by qualification. The doctors, academic doctors that I was leading, they were able to stay under my leadership, and we pulled together for the glory of the Olympic movement to come to Botswana. Thank you so much. And I am now ready to return the flag to His Excellency. Thank you so much.
jaaka re bona mo nakong ya gompieno taitona motlotlegi mokgweetsi Masisi a gatela jalo kwa seraleng go a go amogela folaga gape e leng gore o e neela jalo ke mme o reeditse maraka kgoro e le gore she was the chief dimission of the team that went to France. There we go, the flag back to the hands of His Excellency jaaka ha le bona e ntse e ntšha e ntse e ntle hela jaaka re ne re banetse gore ba go isupegetsa mahatshe a mangwe gore ba go itsholeletsa ko godimo jaaka re bona Letsile a e tsaya a e tsholeletsa ko godimo ha gare ga folaga tsa America kana tsa America ba ile gore ba ne ba tla ko morago ga gagwe e le sone se le gore ne re banetse folaga e o re baneletse sone gore ba tsamaye ba go supa gore go le teng lehatshe ko borwa jwa Africa le bidiwa Botswana mme mebala ya lone e ntse hela ka tsela e ntseng jana bakatisi.
Thank you very much. Please take your seat. The Director of Ceremonies, Mr. Benson Puteo. Oizimolodi. My dear wife and First Lady, Your Excellency Meneo Jane Masisi, Your Honor the Vice President, Res Lambatsohwane, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Botswana, Your Lordship Terence Ranwane, the Speakership, Honorable Minister Rakare and your colleague ministers, the Leader of the Opposition, Honorable Ditapelo Korapete, members of Parliament here present, senior government officials, the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps, and Ambassador of the Republic of Angola to Botswana, Your Excellency Dr. Beatrice Antonia Manuel Moraes, all members of the Diplomatic Corps, as well as heads of international organizations, the service chiefs, the mayor of this city, and your colleague, honorable councillors, the BNSC chairperson, Rem Murule, and your dear spouse, the acting BNOC president, Mr. Tshepiso, and your team, chief executive officers of the private sector and captains of industry, the Parade 2024 Team Botswana and their families, our heroes and heroines, Meo Reditse Maraka Koro, Chief de Mission, Mr. Boitumelo Masilo, Captain Wapotumente, sponsors, stakeholders, the entire sporting fraternity, members of the religious community, members of the media, performing artists, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you all. It's truly a great honor and a privilege for me to stand before you as probably the proudest president Botswana has ever had. Of our Olympians and of the citizens and residents of Botswana. We've come here to welcome a highly decorated, history-making Team Botswana back from the just ended Paris 2024 Olympic Games. There could be no shortage of adjectives to describe the stellar, breathtaking, nail-biting, inspiring execution of their physical prowess. Unobona ngwari, tika, ngwelengwe, ingamotswe. ba lelekile pheho ba e siya kante ba thuba metsi. For those of you that were present, Minister Rakhare stood before you exactly 4 weeks ago to congratulate these respectable young men and women for their relentless effort and commitment that earned them the right to represent our beautiful country, Botswana, at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Qualifying for the Olympic Games, being the pinnacle of world sport, is never an easy task, and this achievement has always been celebrated by government and all Botswana. Before the team left, government invested in ensuring that the team was adequately prepared and ready. The government allocated 51,390,089 pula, to be exact, to prepare the team for and take it to the Games. And that, as has been reported earlier by the other sponsors, was supplemented by our generous, gracious sponsors. A further 10,346,600 pula was secured from the Alcohol Levy Fund. Musola wa bone. In addition to taking the team to Paris, this money was used to fund Team Botswana to the African Championships in Accra, Ghana, where the 4x400 meter relay team qualified for the World Athletics Relay Championships held in Bahamas in June 2024. How do Boitumelo a re bitse Bahamas? Neeleya. It was there in the Bahamas where they subsequently qualified for the Paris Olympics after winning a gold medal. Ladies and gentlemen, it was apparent from the continuous engagement on social media that a large majority of Botswana rallied behind Team Botswana in Paris. Like the rest of Botswana and Botswana, I too personally cleared my schedule with my wife so that I could watch Team Botswana events, and I am impressed with your performance. It was delightful to see our young athletes whose debut at that level was at the just ended Paris 2024 Games, showing resilience, strength of character, and challenging the world's best who have competed at this stage before and come from much better resourced backgrounds. Indeed, this was remarkable, to say the least. We witnessed unprecedented worldwide support for our athletes, a clear vindication of the strides we have made as a nation in developing and nurturing sport, especially athletics. Yes, you all remember the viral video of the Ghanaians in their lounge. Tebogo in Ghana. And we all remember the many accolades from across the globe, full of praise for the remarkable achievements of our athletes. It indeed bodes well for the future as we strive to maintain this upward trajectory. As we continue with our mindset change initiatives, 1 year on after launching, I challenge sport leadership to ensure that talent identification and nurturing is conducted in a systematic and intentional manner that allows for graduation of athletes and officials from amateur to professional. Let me assure you that government will invest in systems that support sport development from an early age in line with international best practice. We believe that investing in this system will result in Botswana exporting human resources of not just athletes, but also officials in various fields of sports. And yes, the health professionals as well. To our esteemed Paris 2024 Olympic athletes, I have this to say to you, and listen up. You have raised the Botswana flag so high, and Botswana at large will remain proud of your performance for a very long time to come. You have shown us your unquestionable potential and have made us believe more in our capability as a nation, and that going forward we can achieve more with more effort and careful planning. The fact that we had a young Olympics team gives us hope that we have a new crop of athletes to succeed their seniors when their time to retire comes. And I'm told in athletics, it comes earlier than it comes in politics. Botswana expects you to be ready for the Los Angeles 2028 Olympic Games and improve on the sterling performance in Paris. And the time to start planning for that eventuality is now. Team Botswana has demonstrated its ability to improve as they have upgraded the bronze from the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games to a gold and silver in Paris. So you have created a legitimate expectation on us. Pressure, pressure. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Pillar 1 of Vision 2036, namely sustainable economic development, identifies sport and the creative sector as some of the economic sectors that can contribute significantly to achieving prosperity for all. As a country, we are determined to establish a self-sustaining sport industry that produces globally competitive sports persons and officials. Botswana Excellence Strategy and the National Transformation Strategy place a strong emphasis on the development of value chains across all economic sectors. Our performance in Paris should be a catalyst for the establishment of the self-sustaining sport industry and creation of value chains. Other sectors of the economy should also take advantage of the opportunity created by our team and explore possible ways to sell and market a country known much more today than it was last week. For example, we have possible brand ambassadors that can sell our diamonds, our tourism, and all the other services that Botswana has to offer, not to mention the other goods, such as our beef, our chevron, our mutton, our singaparile, our safflower, our citrus. Because the minute you mention Botswana and they see one of you athletes holding one of those products, they automatically assume they're going to be like you. But you too should make them feel like they will be like you as a result of this Botswana product and service. Director Ceremonies, let me extend our sincere gratitude to the leadership of sport and all stakeholders, including public and private corporate sponsors, who have remained indispensable to Team Botswana as they competed at these games. These include notably Orange Botswana, Okavango Diamond Company, Debswana Mining Company, among others. I'd like to particularly pay special tribute to those that have invested in the development of our athletes. And yes, how can I not also thank my colleague legislators? A whooping 63,000 at this time of a critical moment in their lives is not easy. Unfortunately, some of them are going into unplanned, unintended, unwished for, forced retirement when you kick us out of office. And so before we go too far, my wife and I had opportunity also for le rona ska re ba bangwe ba ntsamaya dikoko ra ntsamaya dikoko maemo a golega. So my wife and I will add to the 63,000 and put in an additional 25,000 pula. Katso. But we're investing in our people. So we're very delighted as a family to do that. Some of you have chosen to support team preparation by providing performance motivation through the offer of incentive packages during the games. We value your support. However, we need it more to produce the athletes. This is only the beginning of greater things to come. We need to invest now for future success. We need to prepare now for Los Angeles 2028 and beyond. To this end, I am grateful to my Minister of Youth, Gender, Sport and Culture, Minister Rakare, who has initiated, in part in anticipation of the Los Angeles 2028 Games, a grassroots development program that I acceded to called Letsile. Those who prepare the pathway in advance is what it means. This is a program that is meant to nurture sport development from an early age. This is a program that, if well executed, could groom and nurture future Olympians who will take this country to future Olympic Games. Once again, I urge all sponsors, current and potential, to start preparing for Los Angeles 2028 now. The time is now. The government needs to be supported to ensure that the team improves on the current performance. We should make it a norm to sing our beautifully composed and arranged national anthem at the Olympic Games. It is indeed a beautiful feeling to see our blue, black, and white flag being hoisted with our national anthem sung in the background as we, in front of our TV sets, sing it along. To you, the sport leadership and athletes, it will be remiss of me not to talk about the scourge of drugs and substance abuse. We have seen top athletes succumb to the temptation, resulting in unfulfilled dreams. Please stay away from performance-enhancing substances or any substance that may jeopardize your future, just like you so successfully did in Paris this year. The only way to remain competitive is to work hard and train in accordance with the direction given by the coaches. Government has rewarded you handsomely for your performance in Paris and will continue to do so. Therefore, there is no need to take a risk by trying to cheat the system. As I conclude, Director of Ceremonies, I want to reaffirm my government's continued commitment to sport development. Our commitment towards not only providing the necessary budget, but also forging formidable partnerships in and out of the country that can contribute to quality sport at all levels. And yes, I can assure you, the diamond market will bounce back. And we will give proudly, like the proud leading diamond producer we are. We'll reclaim our place. And so, those who represent the diamond industry here will certainly come back after the rebound and give adequately. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the government of Botswana and all our invaluable stakeholders, it is my greatest honor and privilege to welcome Team Botswana back home. Bongwanaka, you have made us so proud that the eyeball of a tear wells up in our eyes to drop as we remember that you are not alone. We are with you. We are with your families, those living and those departed. You have shone the Botswana torch radiantly. The gods are also pleased. You have competed and excelled against the best in the world, the very best of the best. And the world paused and took notice. Our country has been in the spotlight for the right reason. Thank you because of you, because of your performance. Ruri, fa go ntse jaana ke motsadi o fe o ka sekeng a kokoroga. Ke mao ka sekeng a kokoroga. Go kokoroga. Bolelang ba ba sa itseng gore kokorogeng ke eng. A bo a tsholetsa le one magetla le go kanola sehuba ka boitumelo. Boitumelo jo penologang. Nna ka sebele le setšhaba sotlhe sa gaetsho sa Botswana ke motlotlo re motlotlo ebile re ipela ra go ipelela ruri ka lona. Ra go le tumisa le ene tumiso re bua ka lona e be re boelela go bua ka lona re betla mahoko ka gore le irile mo go iskeng go irwe ke ope. I want to thank you sincerely. You have been a wonderful audience for your very distinctive and heartwarming embrace of our athletes. Batswana botlhe ba ba hano le ba ba siong ke a le leboga. Africa otlhe ra le leboga. We thank you for standing by us, and we too will return the favor at the right time. Apula ene.
Thank you, Your Excellency. May I humbly request Your Excellency to remain on stage as I invite the acting BNOC President, Mr. Tshepiso, to give a token of appreciation. While he ascends to the stage, may I hear the ululations and the whistles. Tswelang hela le letsa megolo kwana le melodi. La bona e repilwe ka leteitsi. Ke lona leteitsi. Wow. Okay, let me do this. Let me invite Men in Black. Those Hollywood guys, where are they? Please, the team, come on stage. Maruna, may you join us, please, on stage. I want you to do it the way you also entered here earlier, the team. Maruna Waetla coming on stage. Me team ki batla le simole hela ka moro ga red carpetele le bontsha tautona hore le tsene yang ka hore le tsene pele ga gagwe e simole ka go moro ga red carpet e be le tla ka tselentseng jang. Your Excellency, there was a parade of honor. These young athletes, these young lions, these champions, these torchbearers, these stars, there's a way they walked and trotted the red carpet earlier before you came. So I would like for them to exhibit the same, beautiful parade. Hollywood style. This is Botswana. Botswood style. Champions, heroes, patriotism is the call. And the portmanteau. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Thank you so much, Maruna. Thank you so much, Chief de Mission. Thank you, our stars. Le Hofi, le Mogolokwane, le Melody. Allow the President, allow His Excellency. Oratile. Kale sego mabogo le skala tlhapa gore le tele. Le taboga sentle ka 2028. Ke go pa go utlwa melody hela e nnosi. Wa ba utlwa ba ba disitseng. Ke go pa go utlwa megolokwane nyano nye nnosi. Ke go pa go utlwa ba ba sa itse mogolokwane kana molodi bogolo ba kgorotlhela ba dire sengwe. Le gofi le mogolokwane. You may be seated, ladies and gentlemen. What is a feast without music? What is a feast without music? What is a feast? What is a celebration without music, without poetry? In Africa, in Botswana, we use music to celebrate, to dance, to communicate messages. This is who we are. So it is very important that at this point I invite a praise poet, Kopanang Tito. Openele Hofi, Kopanang Tito.
Yele, Botswana waruna shushukai. Yele, Tebogo Letsile. Mwana wa stando watu, Elizabeth watu. Wagamaila, agubebe, Scotch. Wontite makwa o Scotch. Yele, Botswana. Nakijalo mete. Shushuritsa ko Perisi. Perisi ba perameti. Ba peramedi tserisutse gauta selefira irile rentsa ga tshweni ga tswa gauta rantsa ga tshweni ga tswa selefira ga bana go tswa ba iphutlere. lefatshe kgalalelo. Benyabenya ka lesedi la apole lefatshe lefifi. La apese Botswana wa rona kojwana ya tsholofelo. Lesedi la lona malakalaka le bone se bonega khumo mantlontlo. Phatsimo ya go ke lebelo. Tebogo Letsile ka ditshegofatso mo Botswana. E rekele roma tsebe batabogi. Irile marawa ka ngwaga wa 1990 something ke ra ka 2019 ha re tlhoma setlhomo na ntse le nna pula e kuma ke ra ga e kuma ke ba tautona ke motlhoma o buile dikgang a re le tlo go bona ntshenatse le tlo go bona dimakatso ga le na go tswa le iphotlhere Batswana ne re le komma dikwele ga ikanela go emela ha tshele kgakala Gompieko re tsamaetse o re tla re mimia o re tswela Perisina a le emetse go tshwara tautona ka letsogo ke leswalo le le sa swaetseng khumanego le swaetsa khumanego ditlamorago tsa one ke mamphe a botshelo gompieko re le ngatile ka palamente ke utlwile ba bua ko palamente rakgara a batla go eme sa palamente a batla go bua ka batabogi ne ke sone ke go reditse ga gore Mr. Speaker a re se ka ra senya Boitumelo nna ke batla go bua ka batabogi ba lefatshe ka re 16 Chava ile na le diare inaletsana di tla Paris kiraga tshwara thapelo a bula thapelo tsa tsela gompieko ke bone badimo le modimo ba goroga irile ga goroga ene Mawulsinare basimane ba siane ba tshitse le rumo la tlhobolo ne ba sia ba phunya phefo le phuntsha phefo batabogi ba ha tsela Botswana le mmeile kwa godimo mankalenkale o bonwa ke mahatse irile no a santsa ga reka a heta ka lebelo le le tona Letsile irile no a santsa tsenwa ke mohikela Scotch ya moloma tsebe a re ke Leungo le ntle la Botswana Ndori a re tlo go ba re sa Dori ka setsotsi ba itebetse re tlo go phamola setsele sa gauta ka re 16 re ntse re tsweletse Tiare tswale re tshepe modimo mothata dintsi Botswana wa gola Botswana o golela pele Botswana gompieko la mona o tshwere ke moa Botswana o tshwere ke diphaiphai ka irile maloba ga re ntse re menoke re emetse dikgang tse ditona ke utlwile motho a le motona a bua ka ditemane gompieko ke sekao go gapa gauta le selefera kwa mahatsheng ko re tsieditsweng teng kwa gauta tsa rona re sa di boneng teng ke sekao sa kamoso gore gauta re tla e jama mphemphe le bone Tshepiso a ngata motho ka Norox gompieko ke bone FNB e ngata motho ka madi gompieko ke bone re Botswana e batla go ntsha le ene Wi-Fi ka re ke bone le hatshelo tlele phatsima malakalaka majana magape lebelo la lona gompieko tshitse phefo Botswana wa gola Botswana o itswe ke ma ha tse monna kunkuru ke ene Tebogo Letsile o tsentseng tlhogole kgaotsa ke sutele mosima yana a tla boelela perike le kumakwane ne re tle go re re tanki go tile hela le ha re katla go re nngwa ya bo re ntshitse sengwe re ntshitse ga tshwene le sego thata batabogi le sego la lona le letona mo lehatsheng Nakana kwa tsabota utona ki mo utlwe na kwa ngwa santse a taboga kwa shopa ga tene ba duela ka sekotle jana ha yala se sidibatu ke ra re santse re taboga re duela ka dibeisane re duela ka dikotle go duela marotho lona go mpie ko le batabogele ba batona re tlo go le laboga ka go lagela matlo ibile le tlo go robala borokokgo khabanyane ke utlwa a bua ka ena Letsile a re mondi sa khomo o bolotsena tso thupa tsone re kgetla dieme wena o thampa tšhatšhao ka o itse dio di le dintsi tsamaya we morakere tlo re go tshwaise pogo di tlo di ate di tsale ke a tsama ke ikela kumakwane ga ke batlo go bua ka ena ra kgariga ke batlo go leboga o tla lebogwa ke modimo ditiro tsa go di bonwa ke modimo a di bonwe ke batho moa wa bathone ke baengele mo peleng di ata le re nngwa Letsile Tebogo Botswana we
Jaaka kubu mothakola ke ntsha marota ke a rotoga jaaka thabo a letsatsi ke a tlhaba mothakola thako ke rwele sa tlhabotho to botlhabotlhabolo tlhabologo tlhasema tlhasedi a mollo go tuka mollo re tla bo rona le ditukiso o go tsitswa ke mogaka Letsile Tebogo a ke re mmago tonto ke gorogile nna mothakola montshwa a mmasadingwane ke mothakola montshwa a mmasadingwane sa marumo a ntwa nna ke mosimanyana ke tsokumakone ke tla ke kumakoma jaaka pula mo sarasarane ke tla ke kumakomile dikgang di le monate a ke re ke mo ebile ke tsile Botswana we ga le lebagaka ga lelang galakang jaaka marang a letsatsi le gele le seriti sa le tshwanna sego sa bokgoni bonatla bontle dintlenyane tsa loapi jaaka di na le dibenyang ka lesedi kgalale le lapare tlhagafalang ka bothaga le tlhagele le dithaka di seka tsa jamabele maago tontose le nna ke batla go taboga Hariyaha Botswana we le lesedi le golo malakalaka malema popaga le pete kwa ga malemela gotle le malema popaga le malema tshwaraga Botswana we ina le ntlela itirelwa ina le ntlela ipopelwa mantsho motona mponeng ke itlhotlhora ma diphuka dinte ke phukela tsa diphuka jaaka peolwane ke ka lapalo api rangapane ke ingapangapela motsadi ne ke tlo go jala peo yaka se ka jwa ke dinonyane peo yaka se ka bele mo makgwarapane peo yaka bele mo munyono nne ke a bona le bante le tshwanna Botswana ke a bona le bante le tshwanna
dikatso tsa bone ka bontle a bona botsadi le bone ba balumisa wow
dintleyane we
a re itsamaele kunkuru le phirimile tautona ke a tsamaya na ne ke re ke go kope ke go kokobeletse monga ka tsamaya we kumakwane we go bua le kgosi Tshomi o mo kope tsela ele kwa Letsile Tebogo o bue le Pandus Kelemane tsela e en parlamente e kwa Botswana ya seroya yona re tla ya kwala maraka kgoro ke bone modisa re skara motshaba Kgomo di disitse tsotlhe re tla di bona moroko wa tsone re tla wanywa re tla ja gampana phatlo ga ngwa Batswana ko re team Botswana we.
Thank you.
Team Botswana we.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Moki boa. Madia ke a go ga se a metla o tse madia ga go e kumakwana. Moki tlan le tse madia lona batho ba le libile. Me ra madia a matitoki ya ke utlo mmitsa gore mmaboe ba opele le gofi ke madi ke matshebetshebe a tswa mo Botswaneng wa rona ka lerato le gofi le letona.
O ska ba bolela gore ke mma go kunkuru nna ke ra go kunkuru ke kunkuru kgantse tautona wa di rata.
We here? Okay, thank you, engineer. Thank you so much. That was our poet, Kopanang, Tito, just in the outskirts of our capital city, Kumakwan. That's where they come from. Talent. This is talent. This is talent. Thank you so much. And thank you for the love that you just gave them, Lebanela Madi. The penultimate item in our program is a vote of thanks conducted by the BNSC chairperson, Mr. Marumo Murule. He used to be a softball player and president of the same for many, many years. These are real patriots. One of his talents, udupa metsi ka dithobanyane ke ungaka metsi ke ngwa di talente tsana le tsone traditional knowledge, but I tsura why di balance because o ko sportseng gape o ka metota ene ke ra metsi wa dupa a ke tsura ga o iteile blank ke gone o ta go ra re mene ke ra metsi gape mo pele le gofile le tona thata ka tselentseng yalo.
Your Excellency, I have been advised to stick to my written speech. Director of Ceremonies, thank you very much. Just one point of correction. I'm a hydrogeologist and we don't use sticks. We use science. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Botswana, Dr. Masisi, First Lady, Mem Letsile, Your Honor, the Vice President, Lamba Tsohani, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, kindly accept me to say protocol observed, and good evening. The President did say, for those who don't understand what kokoroching is, I think the best way to explain it is this gentleman in black. That's kokoroch. But I used to be told that you only do that when you have something. I'm not sure whether it's the medals or the effect of the sponsors. Either way, I am honored to be here tonight. And it is indeed an honor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that I have been given this privilege to give this vote of thanks at this historic occasion as we celebrate our great sports ambassadors. They are indeed our great sports ambassadors. The mood and the unity and jubilation that has engulfed this beautiful nation for the past weeks sums it all. Your Excellency, we could not have achieved this great feat without government support. I listened attentively to your speech, and I guarantee my board that I chair, all the sports leaders and National Sports Association, that I will keep referring to it at every opportunity when I meet them to remind them of what you said, Your Excellency. When we sent our team off last month, I mentioned that the sport fraternity appreciate the support it receives from government. I would like to reiterate, we don't take it lightly, Your Excellency, because you know what it means to qualify, prepare, and compete at events of this nature without government support. For that reason, Your Excellency, we once again would like to say thank you. Director of Ceremonies, allow me to acknowledge in a special way Minister of Youth, Gender, Sport and Culture, Honorable Rakari. Sir, we appreciate the great efforts since joining the ministry in 2019. You have tirelessly advocated for the welfare of our athletes, leading to the review of the rewards and incentive policy. This culminated in increased allowances for our athletes whilst on camp and during competition. Ultimately, that is why today, to date, after these Olympic Games, through that advocacy and initiative, Botswana government will be delivering 14 houses through your effort. 14. When it started in 2020, Tokyo Olympics that were in 2021, we just thought it was just a dream. It happened. They brought the silver. Today, they brought gold. The bronze, I beg your pardon. Today, they brought gold and silver. That means we have 7 more houses to put to the 6. The 14th one, if you do your maths, at an opportunity convenient, I will tell you. Honorable Rakari, this is the legacy that Botswana government and you have established, and we cannot take it away from this government and from you. We take this opportunity to inform those who may not know that the value of sports, other than health and fitness, it can also bring peace. Look at us today. Look at what happened on the arrival of the team. Who will not appreciate that value of sport? And for that, we shall forever remain grateful. Your Excellency, kindly allow me to recognize and thank His Excellency, Ambassador of Botswana to the Republic of France, Mr. Mustak Murat, for taking Team Botswana at the Paris Olympic Games to feel home away from home. Equally, Dr. Talia Molokome, Ambassador of Botswana to Switzerland and Permanent Representative to the United Nations and other international organizations in Geneva, who is also the Dean of Botswana Diplomatic Corps, she also took a train journey to come and meet Botswana athletes. As if that was not enough, Minister Chancellor of Botswana Embassy to Germany, Ms. Messi Soropodiso Matlo, also equally took a train journey. Not only a train journey, but she also watched some of our games, and she's told me she was shouting at the top of her voice. Who could not? Your Excellency, this is just to demonstrate that whilst Team Botswana was in Paris, they had all Botswana around them, not only the embassy staff, but all the community. I have Botswana community in Europe. I have no doubt that the Olympic Games Paris team, Botswana Paris Olympic team, made the assignment of our diplomats fairly easier. For when they promote and talk about Botswana, their job should be made easier. I will use it in English because me too, after the 2 gold medals, and wearing the Botswana colors. Of course, thank you very much. One thing that is only imaginable, but we saw it real, is how we felt when the Botswana flag was hoisted above the other countries that I cannot mention, but at the same time, the national anthem was being sung at the same time. It will forever echo in my memory, and it will take a very long time to forget that. Team Botswana, our athletes, together with the rest of the team, you made us so very proud. Over and above that, the over 80,000 capacity Stade de France was filled to capacity, and at the same time, millions of viewers were out there watching yourselves. How can we not be happy? I wish to also take this opportunity and thank the ambassador of France to Botswana, Mr. Olivier Broekkenin, because ever since Paris was given the right to host the Games, she partnered with the Botswana National Olympic Committee to ensure that our route to Paris is made easier by understanding certain issues about French culture and everything else. That, Mr. Ambassador, we say thank you very much. We surely are looking forward to the continued partnership and hope we will have the same partnership with the American ambassador here in Botswana. To the stakeholders in sports, we did it. We have to be proud. To my dear brother, Colonel Botswana, the president of the Botswana National Olympic Committee, I must say in absentia because he has a bereavement, and our sincere condolences to the Tshepiso family. But through you, Mr. Sitale, the Senior Vice President and Acting President, to the rest of the BNOC staff, we say a job well done. Equally, to my colleagues at the BNSC, the National Sports Associations, leadership of sport past and present, including former board members and former board chairpersons present here today, and if they are not present, the foundation you laid are beginning to bear fruits, and we shall forever continue to reap from what you sowed many years back. Thank you very much for your contribution. Of course, this is a much needed impetus to make us grow. I cannot live here without appreciating our corporate partners, sponsors, and friends of sports. Some of them you've seen here tonight. However, let me take this special moment to recognize the Botswana Diamond Company for the 9 million pula that they supported Botswana athletics with, and this is the 3rd year with a 3 million pula per annum. The success of Team Botswana in athletics is primarily also as a result of that contribution. Orange Botswana, I would also like to say the contribution we made towards Team Botswana preparation, Okavango Diamond Company. But most importantly, the International Olympic Committee provides support through the Olympic Solidarity. We need to appreciate this. Our friends of the media, how can we not say thank you to you? Thank you very much for continuing to provide those not available at the venues with the support, with the news. However, It is about time, distinguished friends of the media, that you also get accreditation so that you go and report from the front line. Be also champions to report at the Olympics. That will do us great good. Team Botswana, chef de mission, athletes, coaches, and caretakers, including our families and employers. I'm underlining including our families and employers, because I'm also working on very thin grounds here. I have my wife here today, and every time I have to go away on sports business, I have to ask for permission. It is not always easy, because I'm well behaved when I'm at home. So I would like to thank her and the rest of our families. And I also mention employers. We don't take for granted the time that you give our volunteers to go and work. And to our volunteer medical staff, if I were you, I would start to brag. I would also advertise myself and say, do you know how the muscle of an Olympic champion feels like? That's... Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Director of Ceremonies, let me thank you for being the Director of Ceremonies today. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it has been an excellent evening, and I hope we will have many more opportunities like this. Thank you for being part of this ceremony, and wish you all good health. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank you, Marumo Murule. I tried to help him to say he's a traditional hydrologist, and he chose science. And we all know, often at times, science fails, and the tradition always prevails. You'll know, mme re simolola pele ka o reng serompapa sa bo bokgole sa bo mae ba ko godimo go eretsega batho ko tlase go eretsega metsi ka tsela e ntseng jang. Eno o ka re ke batla go boka 2 minutes. Ga gona nako ne nka tsaya merahi yotlhe ya Botswana ke ba tsaya ka sereto mongwe ka mongwe yaanong ga gona nako nako e tlang ke tlo le tsontsoga. In the meantime, I'm the MC and I'm also a news anchor. There's I checked social media, I checked television, I checked newspapers, I checked social media platforms. I have not seen that picture, Mr. President, of Tebogo Letsile giving you the gold medal, saying thank you, Mr. President. And I think the media can attest to this. I have not seen that picture. But because it is time, ya gore re tse dinepe ke batla e nne sone senepe sa ntlha gouta ra dumalana gouta. Let's, my brother, first I'm going to invite you on stage. Letsile Tebogo. Opelele Kofi. Yes. Le Kofi. Ladies and gentlemen, I humbly invite His Excellency, President of the Republic of Botswana, Dr. Mokgweetsi Eric Kabetso Masisi. Le tlhoko gore senepe se se tlang le ene Letsile gore o tla dira ka tsela e tsiang. Cameras, Letsile, let's mind the cameras. Take a look. The hour, the moment has come. Le gofi megolo kwane melodi. Beautiful. And ke kopa tautona I am mo staging. Ebe ke kopa team le lona tlang le ka di medal tsa lona le palame serala. Le seratile senepe seo. Botswana ke eneo. A re direng setlhopha. A re direng ka tsela e ntseng jalo. Beautiful.
Afternoon here at Boitumelo Hall, re bona jalo Letsile Tebogo a apesa tautona motlotlege mokgweetsi Masisi that gold medal from the 200 meters at Parc de France out in Paris that granted us the first and ever gold medal at the Olympics. What a beautiful picture. That will be, we will carry it for the longest time to come. There it is, the gold and the silver. His Excellency Dr. Mokgweetsi Eric Masisi is putting on gold right now. Next to him, right on his immediate left, Letsile Tebogo, a 200-meter Olympic champion. 19.46, remember, that's the time that won us that gold. What a beautiful, beautiful picture. Never before have I seen the National Stadium filled to that capacity. It is an experience.